Welcome to this look at some powerful new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, the 24th of February. We have got some new mods and we've got a couple of updates. The Bailey High Lift trailer by Ross N Mods has had an update, and the radio tower by Carl TG. In front of me, we have got the Placeable construction signs by AgriKevolution, 5.26 megabytes download, 8 slots. The starting point, there's one part of it, or a couple of parts of this pack actually, I really like. This being one of them, which I think is very cool, especially for storytelling and stuff. It's a little bit like the dredging boat on Riverboat Springs, but we'll get onto that in just a moment. If we go into build mode and down to fences as well, you'll find them. So whilst they are under placeable signs, they are actually, all of them, fence systems. Now I've got to be careful where I try and place them. We'll have a look at them in a bit more detail, but when we go to place, as you can see, you drag, and if you put them the wrong way around, you won't see the signs. They drag as fences. If we do the next lot, hang on, come off there. I had this before, there we go. So they're a bit closer together. We can still twist and do, you know, as fences do act and react, we can do that. These ones here are the smaller posts, we will refer to them as. And we've got the concrete barriers, and again we can change the angle of these, although they don't, if you're going to do slight changes you can kind of get curves. It's not as easy to do because you have to kind of, yeah, they don't really, a little bit at a time you can kind of get away with it. Then we come to the next one down, and this is the one I like. I was looking for a set of fencing like this when I did, oh, what was it? Oh, it was my Apocalypse, my survival series. I needed some big chain link fencing to put around and I couldn't find anything. This would have been perfect. Then we got this one here. No, let's back on that again. That one. We got those. You get the idea. Cones, and then the sort of stockier set like that. Now, what we also get, that's in the next pack, is this. And this is a gravel trap. So if you're doing a construction site, for example, and you're simulating the fact that either stuff's being dug out the ground or whatever it might be, it's being piled up there to be taken away. So you might have a lorry or whatever it is that's coming along and you need to fill it up, and you know, you might be digging holes somewhere. Whatever you want to do, you can simulate it however you want to do it. This was found under, it was under the containers section. I found it for just 1,000. So you buy it and place it, and when you first place it, it's empty. You have a tiny little bit of gravel on there, and then what will happen is that little tiny pile of gravel will slowly grow, and it will grow to 30,000 litres, which you can then just scoop up, take away, and then, I mean, as much as you, or all of it, or whatever you want to do. He says, what have I got caught on? There cannot be a... There we go, as I say. That's weird. So it won't... Maybe... No, there's definitely a lip there, isn't there? I can't get that any lower. How odd. I wonder if you can do it with conveyor belts. So I can't get the full amount out. That's odd. I'm glad I checked that. But anyway, that's what you're supposed to be able to do. You empty it, and then you can see a little mound in the middle. That little mound will, there you go, will gradually grow again, and up goes the pile. Pop goes the weasel, so to speak. That's the Placeable construction signs by AgriKevolution. Next, we've got the Meadow fence pack. Now, this may be in the way I placed it, I'm not too sure. But in placing all of these sections, I was left with, on the gate sections, posts missing on each side, which I thought was a bit peculiar. Now, this one was also under the fences, and it's like all the fence systems now that have multiple component parts to it. If you look on the instructions section, which is just to the right of where it says fences, let's find a bit where it doesn't say the area is restricted. There we go. So we place our first section, and that's our fence. So if I place my first section of fence and press X, there's our first section of fence. Brilliant stuff. If I now change my segment type, switch segment type, I've got that gate. The next segment type is a slightly longer gate. The next segment is a double gate, then a slightly longer double gate, and then we're back to the fence section again. So if we go back to that double gate, for example, and do that, then come off there. So I go back onto the end of there again, but I don't want that. I want the fence section. Maybe it was just the way I placed it, because it's done it that time round. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Your fencing, your barbed wire fencing, and your 4 different gate sections. Yeah, it must have been the way I put it down then. It's very strange though. I don't know how they all missed on all of them. I love the way the bolts lift up out the ground as well. Those bolts lift, those supports lift. Very nicely animated and nicely done. But what you also get with this pack, this, I'm assuming it's just because it comes with the meadow fencing. But there, under cow pastures, you've got that cow pasture. Now be careful, because that cow pasture is a breeding one, only it doesn't do milk. Part of this pack also has, down the bottom here, just there, under the meadow fence pack, the cow pasture, which is exactly the same one. It's takes 7 animals. You can make it whatever size you want, but again, like I say, it is for breeding animals only. You won't get milk from it. You can put the other animals in, you just won't get them. Water, feed and stuff goes in, and your bedding, and then yeah, pick your animals, put them in, but you won't get milk and stuff from them. So that's part of that pack as well. So you get a little cow pasture in there too. That's the Meadow Fence Pack. I didn't say who that was by or any of the slot counts and stuff, did I? Meadow Fence Pack by Cayman. 3.1 megabytes download. 3 slots for the first set of fencing, and it was 3 slots for the cow pasture as well. Next, we move on to the farm fill stations. This is by GMNGjoy. These are 4 slots. We have got quite a few here. 12.25 megabytes download. So across the front here, we've got buy and sell points. I like the fact these are joined together. So you can buy from each of these. Now, the first one, we'll go through these to make absolutely certain. The first one is your stuff for doing field work. That one also does field work, but that one's free. You'll see in a moment. We've then got this one here that does your animal husbandry stuff. We've got a liquids one, and then we've got a bulk products one here. So you can buy from it and sell from it, but it has a couple of nice tricks up its sleeve as well. As you can see, you've got a rusty version there, different colour options too. And then behind that, we've also got in this pack silo versions. So these are storage silos, but what's different about these is often you'll get storage silos. You get this option here, you click on it, and you can refill it. So this one, so this mirrors the one in front: manure, water, solid fertilizer, silage additive, seed, digestate, herbicide, slurry, lime, you know, all the bits and bobs you need for doing your field work. But it also has a trigger here for putting in and taking out. So if you just want to use it as a regular silo, you don't have to use that trigger. If you've got stuff of your own, you can put it in yourself. I like that. Each one of these is 100,000 litres, and that's the total. So I've got at the moment, actually, that's a good point. That's not showing bottom right what's in it, is it? No. I think I've got 3 things in there already. See, that's weird. Why is that not showing? It should be. Let me just check my, I want to go to there, boom, boom, that should be on. My info box is definitely on. Yeah, I don't know, that's weird, it's not showing. Anyway, yeah, so 100,000 litres total, so you've got to be careful, but you can do mixtures of those. So what we can then look at is what would be on each of these as well. If we come to the next one, long click on this. This one mirrors the one in front. Water, mineral feed, oat, grass, wheat, silage, pig food, hay, straw, total mixed ration, water. We come back around again. So that's your animal husbandry version. The now liquids one, again, mirrors the front one. Goat milk, methane, diesel exhaust food, milk, silage additive, digestate. The things you would expect to be liquids. And then the final one is your, it's the more multi-buying station one. Does pretty much everything else. So, what are the tricks up the sleeves of these different mods? Well, if we come into build mode and we go up and we go across to our containers, you'll see price-wise, we start off here. For £5,000, we've got the Fieldwork Fill Station. If I pick one, and this is the same options on all of them. It says area restricted, but that's right. Customised option, we got standard, we got rusty but trusty, we got dark and rusty, and then back to standard, and then we got a colour option, and you can pick any colour you want. Actually, did I try a metallic? I can't remember if I did or not. Let's try a metallic, and click on that again. No, there isn't a metallic option. I was just looking down the bottom there. There's no gloss, metallic, and matte, or not matte. You know what I mean? So those are your choices for those. So that's the first one. But then for £15,000. So that one says, load up your implements for all your contracting gigs. 30% discount when you buy in bulk. So when you buy from it, 30% off. If you bought too much, you can sell it back right away. And I'm sure it said in the description, it's 30% bonus when you sell back. I'm sure that's what it said. But even selling it for 30% off is, you know, that's not too bad at all. Did I dream that? I'm sure I read that somewhere. Anyway, but then you've got this one here for £15,000. It's the same one, field workstation, but it's free. So that's why I said I put that one and that one. Those are both field work ones, but that one, it's free fieldwork field station. So it doesn't cost you a penny. You can go and get anything you want for doing your field work for nothing. And then if we go through the rest of them, we've got our husbandry field station, which is that one there. And then we've got the free husbandry fill station. We've got the liquid fill station, which is that one there, and the free liquid fill station. Then we've got the bulk fill station and the free bulk fill station. Now, those are all on the containers. So that's your buy and sell versions. And if we come out of there and we go to our silos, under our silos is where you find the other ones. So this is where you find your ones at the back there. They've got your grates, and it does say they're 100,000 litres. These are 10 grand each. And the 4 of those match up with the ones in front, as I said already. So, yeah, discounts on buying. And again, like I say, the fact you can... Because I often, if you buy something, especially when I'm doing mod reviews and stuff, or you're filling something up and you fill up a trailer, you go and dump it in and find you've got 30,000 litres left. Unless you put in a separate sell point somewhere else, you can just come straight back to it, sell back, and then fill up with the next thing you want to put in. It makes life a lot easier. I like that as an option. Very cool indeed. That's the Farm Fill Stations by GMNGjoy. Next to that, let's get all these silos out of the way. We've got the Karma Silo Bins. All 3 of these do the same thing. Small, medium and large. We've got an old, battered and used version, not battered, but used version, and a new shiny version in each of these. This is the Karma Silo Bins by ZeroFarmer, 7.53 megabytes download. These are 4s on the slot counts, and the customization option being that old version or a new version. These you will find, these were under containers as well, just underneath all of these. So for 11 grand, you've got an 18,000 litre one. That's that one there. For 22,000, no, for 12,500, we got one that does 22,700 litres. Then for 14 grand, we got one that does 27,300 litres. So, but these aren't like those ones where you can put in and take out. These are just take out. So these are the more sort of what we've become used to, those standardized versions where you can fill, and all, like I say, all 3 do the same things. We've got seed, mineral feed, solid fertilizer, lime, pig food, and back to seed again in those various different capacities. And these ones as well, I think, if I recall, could we do a little bit of each? Let's double check that, shall we? Let's put in 2,000 litres of seed. Click on that again. Let's go to, oh no, there's no more storage space for the product. Right, so these will only do 1 item at a time. Glad I checked that too. There we go. So that's the Karma Silo Bins by ZeroFarmer. Next we've got the Fermenter 60,000. This by DS Power. This is 16.41 megabytes download and 10 slots. You'll find it under factories. As you can imagine, it does fermenterage. There you go. Just there. Slot count will come down to 1. There was no customization options. No, there wasn't. I didn't make any notes on that. So, putting in is done here. Now, interestingly, when you put in, these augers do rotate, but the trigger comes up sort of almost in front. So I backed right up thinking it'd be quite cool seeing the stuff going in, and it's sort of chewing through it. There's no actual animation for the stuff going in, but you do still see the augers moving. So when you tip into it, the augers do move. When we come outside here, you can see the recipes. So we've got silage from grass. This requires diesel as well in. 60,000 litres of each product in, but only 6,000 of diesel. And then 60,000 litres out, hence the fermenter 60,000. So we've got one there for grass. Recipe below that is for hay, then chaff, and then straw. Each of one of those, excuse me, 1,500 to 1,500 are the recipes, and you use a little bit of diesel to run the whole operation. Cycles per month, all of them are 240, and at 1,500 to 1,500 on the recipes, that should run a fair pace to produce your silage in that fermenter. So that's the fermenter, 6,000 litre by DS Power. Next we've got the New England Shed, this by Squigglze. Nice. Now it depends what you call this. Shiplap is overlapped, isn't it? Tongue and groove, is that what? I'm sure it was tongue and groove. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 4.23 megabytes download, 7 slots, 500 to buy. Customization option puts solar panels on the roof. Got a big old chunky padlock which you take off. It's pristine, brand new. Lights just here. There's not a workshop trigger in here, although the bench is in here. Nice little window to the side. So if you need a small-ish shed for whatever, turn it into a man cave, it's entirely up to you. This you will find on the sheds, just there, for 500. And like I say, customization option on that. We can solar panel it. Boom! New England Shed by Squigglze. Next two packs are both by RajotGPLAY. We'll look at this pack first. This is the Old Barn Farm Building set by RajotGPLAY. 25.61 megabytes download. We've got 12 slots and 38 grand, 5 slots and 7,200, 7 slots and 8,500, 8 slots and 7,500. Lots of numbers. If we go into our build mode, these are all under sheds and you'll find them just here. So for 38 grand, this one here. No customization options on these. Next one, for 7,200, is a double garage there with nice shiny doors on it. This one here, slightly open barn, again, no customization option. Then that one there at the back, sort of almost like a three-quarter barn, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a 7/8. 7/8 barn. Nicely made and detailed and weathered. There's no lighting. I don't think there's lighting on any of them, actually. This is one you can imagine started off as a single barn, has had lots of little additions and lean-tos added onto it at different times. I love it when you get these where some of the boards are correct and some of them you've got smaller gaps or bigger gaps. It just adds a real level of immersion to it that I like. So added lean-to here, another lean-to there. So that's the main first building. Yeah, this one, look, shiny on the front. Padlocks again. They open up. Slopes down quite steeply. So yeah, you have to think about what you're going to put in there possibly. This shed here, again, the level of detail on all these, very, very cool. And then this one here. All slightly different in design. All have their own rustic charm. So, that's the Old Farm Building set by RajotGPLAY. So this is the first of the next set, and then we'll go over to the field to have a look at the rest of this. This was the stuff from Spakovo. Sure it was. This is the Big White Cow Barn by RajotGPLAY. 70.99 megabytes download. We've got the garage we're looking at now. We've got a cow barn, which will hold 60 cows. We've got 2 cow barns that will hold 60 cows. One's 85 grand, the others are 60 grand. We've got a manure heap, and we've got a silage clamp. What are we looking at? Slots. 7 slots. Oh, I didn't write slot counts down those. 3 and 2 for the manure heap. And the clamp, we can have a look. It's not a problem. But this is the garage. So in that pack, we come in here. This does have lighting. We have a light switch down the end here. There we go. So the White Cow Barn pack. And then what I'll do, we'll jump across to the rest of them and have a look. I'm going to say this straight away. We may have a problem with this pack. I'm just putting it out there. The reason being, pretty sure they're not supposed to be outside. There's no outdoor pen on this one. I don't know how they've ended up out here. It's very peculiar. But anyway, so let's go and have a look at the pack. So we'll start off with this one here. That was the garage we just looked at for 20 grand under the white the big white cow barn mod. We come down to the pens themselves. We have got, so this one here is 85 grand. No customization options, it comes as it is. This will hold 60 animals, and again, there's no pen that comes with this. And then we got this one here. Now this one, hang on, do we have two? Oh, we've got two of these. Yeah, what's the sound slot count for this one? 36 slots on this one. Whoa, mama, what was the first one? Did I write that down on the first one? I didn't, did I? What's that one saying? Oh, 3, because I've already bought it. Oh, it might say in the description, actually. Let's just double check that. Nah, it don't say. Doesn't matter. It's going to be up there. They're quite detailed. So 36 slots on this one. So this one is your brick building with green windows and doors, and then this one here is the same building, just with wooden windows and on it rather than the green ones. That's the same building. All three of those hold 60. If we come from there and we go up to the top, across to our silos, and then come back down again, we will find under here, there you go, there's our manure heap in the big white pack, and you'll see that we have got manure coming into it from the two buildings that we've got running at the moment. And then just there we've got the silage clamp, which is that one just there. So for 10 grand each we've got the manure heap. That's 2 million litre capacity. Silage clamps, it doesn't usually say what they are. I mean, you know, you're sometimes up around 1 million, but that's quite a small one. I would say maybe a 500,000 litre one, maybe that's pushing it a little bit. But anyway, details on this one. Milk point is just here. As I say, if you did Spacovo, you would probably have seen some of this anyway. Nice sound effects and animations and whatnot. If we come in here, what is cool as well, if you want to go for the full treatment, we've got light switch just here. It says, there we go, for our lights. Obviously, then we come over to here and we've got turn on the milking machine. So if you want to simulate a milking cycle, for the milking robots, you can, if you want to. We've got a door that goes into the office just in there. If you want to go in there and have a look, you can. It's up to you. We do have a hayloft area up the top there, which can be accessed in this side bit here. There is a ladder which can take you up into the hayloft as well. It's got this side building added in too. This door does open as well if you want to. Slurry point is at this end. So that's the larger of the two buildings. Then this one, the two narrower ones, this has got the wood doors, the other one had the green doors. Pretty much same sort of thing though. We come right the way through. This just doesn't have the added garage on the side really. We can go up into there as well. You might need a ladder or something to do that. Actually, that's a good point. Lighting is here. We do still have the milking machine option, which is just... That did come up, didn't it? There we go. And the cows all seem very happy, didn't they? There we go. That's the big white cow barn pack by RajotGPLAY for 70.99 megabytes download. Next, we got this. This is the Quicke Stengrep pack by JensM. These are stone collectors, buckets. These you'll find under front loader tools. So just there. We've got the 150, which is 470 litres, the 630. Now these will hold other things as well. It does say it's a bucket, so you can do potatoes and beets and stuff like that. It doesn't dig those out of the ground, but that's the whole point, is it will hold them, and all the earth and stuff is supposed to fall through them. It's a bucket type thing. It'll do manure as well. That one's 630 litres, and that one's 720 litres. Options on these, we've got front loader, and it said SMS. I've been racking my brains. It's going to be something really obvious, isn't it? What does SMS stand for? SMS. I can't think. But it'll go on front load of stuff. Anyway, so what I've done, it's already showing the implement is on green, like it's been switched on. So I don't know if it's just a case of putting it onto the ground and it will pick the stones up. It is. It's because some of them you have to turn them on, but I think just literally just putting it on the front did it. So if you want a cheaper alternative for your rock picking business, I mean they don't hold a huge amount, but you can be a bit more kind of precise with picking up the stones. You haven't got to drag the entire field. Maybe I'm going a little bit. I'm going a little bit too. Yeah, I need to go a little bit deeper, don't I? Let's go a little bit more. Anyway, yeah. So that'll pick up your stones if you want to do that. And like I say, as well as other things as well, but very cool indeed. That's the Quicke Stengrep pack by JensM. Next, we got this, the Lizard All-Purpose Tool. Oh yes, this by UniverSealyp, 2.39 megabytes download and 2 slots. Now, this you will find under the miscellaneous of sections, and it does say in the description as well, and it does say at the bottom there, that it will do 3 piglets and it will do 3 goats or sheep. So I thought, oh, better check, because you have to check these things. Will it be under animal transports? It isn't. It's only under that miscellaneous section. So if you've read the description and thinking, oh, that's where it'll be, it's under this miscellaneous section. And there's no options. You get it just like that. Now, this is designed so that it is a multi-purpose, all-purpose tool. I can raise and lower it to the ground like that. L1 and right stick side to side opens and closes that. Up and down opens and closes that. So you can actually, if you've got smallish vehicles, maybe a little quad or something like that, you could put that onto there. And then we go R1 and right stick up and down, we can put that down flat as well. We have got tension straps, so you can put bales, pallets, bags, logs. You know, if I put that one back up again, you can put logs lengthways that way if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Now it does say, I'll take the tension straps off. It says, where are we? Fold livestock trailer. So if I do fold livestock trailer, I'm just checking to see. Oh, there we go. It locks those sides. See that? Look. Locks it all into place. So then it technically then, yeah, that I then lose the ability to open and close those side bits because it's locked them into place. That's pretty cool. We are at the animal dealer, so let's click on that. We might as well put 3 little piglets in, shall we? Actually, let's put 2 of those in. And then 1 of those. They look so big. They look tiny in there. But there you go. Our piglets. Like I say, it'll do sheep and goats as well. 3 of, and it'll do the job. So yeah. And it's deceptively large. You look and think, oh, okay, but it is a lot bigger than. Does that make sense? It's a lot bigger than it looks. I don't know. Very weird. Anyway. That's the all-purpose tool by UniverSealyp. Next, we have this. This is representative as well. This is the Lizard ML Low Loader Pack by JensM. 13.51 megabytes download. There are 6 slots each. You will find them under low loaders. He says going past. Just here, we got a double axle and a triple axle, slightly different sizes, same options on each of them pretty much. 17,500, 25,000. These, yeah, 6 slots each. So we have got default, front wall, side walls, a little lip there, timber poles, front wall and side walls, front wall and timber poles. So you can use it as log-in trailer as well. I like having that almost like headache rack front support there, so you can butt your logs right up against that if you want to, if you've gone with the timber poles on there, which makes it quite handy. Back to default again. We then got wheel brand, Michelin, Trelleborg, Nokian, VKT, Mitas, Vredstein. Back to Michelin again. There's only a couple of them that have other choices. We got the Trelleborg with those 2 options, and then we've got not BKT, which was the other one, Vredstein with those 2. I think I went with that. Did I go with the flotation track? Maybe. Toolbox, yes or no? I tend to try to avoid the toolboxes now because they can catch on the ground and on level crossings and stuff like that. So, but it's up to you. Then on the back we've got a wide load sign we can have on there, like that, wide load. Decals, no. We can have them black. We can have them white. Or back off again. Then ramp add-ons. So you've got the ribbed bars, or you can have a solid plate on there if you'd rather. Then we got main colour and rim colour options on there, including the options for metallics and stuff like that. You know what the colour options are by now. You can jump in, pick and choose pretty much anything you like for the colours of your trailer. And then we move on to this one here for 25 grand, and the options are exactly the same. But I'll show you these ones like that, and that, and that, and that. And everything else is exactly the same. So, I went for the longer one, the triple axle. As you can see, our tension strap's going right the way through. Went for the little side supports and the headache rack. I was going to go for the pole one, but I thought, you know what? But what is nice about this one, and I've said this a few times now with trailers, it's pretty cool. We have got the option to unfold low loader. So, there you go. Job done. However, we have also got the option for manually raising and lowering our low loader, he says. There we go. So again, if you're trying to unload or load onto something else, it might be that you've got something at this level or something at that level or something at that level. So rather than that option of it's just up or down, you have got the option to adjust it to whatever level you want yourself if you want. Tension straps, as you can see, we've looked at those already. I don't know if it had, I don't think it had a rear steer axle. No. There we go. Very nice indeed. That's the Lizard ML low loader pack by JensM. Next, we've got this. It's got a few options on it as well. This is the Lizard 2200G slurry tanker by Sully. 9.38 megabytes download, 6 slots. Again, another nicely made and detailed bit of kits. Things like this, like the decals, and it's so clear. There's just no blur. Wow, very cool indeed. Right, so this you'll find in that section just there. 17,500, 13,500 litres, wasn't it? No, 20,000 litres. What am I talking about? 20,000 litres, 13.5 metre spread. Wow. It does say 7.5 to 10 metre, but there may be an issue with this, and I'll show you for what I mean. It says splash plate or dribble bar, but there's no bit on the back with a dribble bar. It doesn't put anything on there. It doesn't put like a 3-point link for putting one on. I'm not sure. So I just left it on that. The splash plate, which is 13.5 metres. Anyway, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. And there's no options within those, just those tyre choices. So I think I went for that. Chunky boy. We've got fill points. We've got rear left, rear right, rear both, rear none. We've got side fill point. That was down here. So there we go. We've got left, right, both, none. So just adds the extra in there. Pipe left or right or both or none. Mount. Now this is mount, yes or no? Because I thought, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that is it. I don't know. It's a bit odd. Then we've got main colour, which, as you can imagine, does that, the main colour. And then rim colour. So the actual tank itself stays the same colour. It's just the coloration of the mudguards and the chassis underneath that changes, and license plate option on there too. Now this doesn't have any animation options or anything like that. And when we turn it on, it should spread to 13.5 metres. Of course, it's got a bit of weight to it as we're going over the field. You can see that, can't you? And we do have the option to activate double application rate like that. Double the fertiliser, but half the speed. And there we go. It does the job. Rear work lights on there as well. Nice looking. Oh, mind you, look at that. Yeah, just noticed the tyres clipping through that. Ooh, probably the weight of that on there, but I'm not sure it should be doing that. Oops. Run away! That's the Lizard 2200G slurry tanker by Sully. Next, the Beet Ninja makes a welcome return. This is the trailer with Beet cutter by Dogface. 4.37 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This will take pretty much everything. It does have the option for normal unload, grain door unload, or cutter. So all of your usual crop types you can fill up, unload to your heart's content, very happy. But if you put sugar beet in this and set it to cutter, when you unload it will cut all your sugar beet into sugar beet cut, which means you haven't got to put it through that little thing, the ruby, doing small amounts at a time. I know we have got some different cutter options. Some of them are quite expensive. This one isn't too bad. But this one you will find under trailers. It wasn't trailers, wasn't it? Yes, it was. There you go. 51 grand, 29,500 litre capacity. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back again. License plate option, yes or no. Those are your choices. So I've taken some stuff already. If we go R1, tip side back, tip side grain door, tip side cutter. If I unload here now, what's coming out the back is sugar beet cut from the sugar beet I've got inside. So, but that will only do that if you put it on cutter. And you're probably better off putting it into a silo than you are just dumping it all over the floor. But it makes quick work of chopping up your sugar beet or just using it as a regular trailer. So it's not just a one-trick pony. Nice. That's the trailer with beet cutter by Dogface. Next, just over here, there we go. We have got the Kverneland EG100 by Proxim. I got this plough. I was going to show you and say, look, it's a plough. You know. 4.75 megabytes download, 5 slots, 2 meters width. But I wanted to double check to see if it was a rotating plough, because I didn't want to make an assumption, say it was or wasn't without checking it. But it's nicely made, nicely detailed. Again, it's a shame when you just go into the menu, and when we've got a lot of mods, you tend to have to because you just run out of time. But to come and look at the level of detail, what's been put into making this, and it is very easy to say, yeah, we've got another plough. And it's very easy to say it's only 2 meters and shrug it off, but there's a lot of work that's gone into it. So, you know, I thought, why not? Let's show it. So, he says, going right past it. Just there, 17 grand. Options on this, we can change the main colour. The bits at the moment are that colour. Let's go with pink, because that's the colour I tend to go for. And the other colour, let's go for something darker, so it shows off the pink. There we go. Those are our choices. It will plough. It will allow to create fields. If we fold the plough, start the engine. If we fold the plough, it brings it in tighter behind the tractor. So for going down the road and stuff, it's still on the 3-point. You're still probably going to need a front weight, but it brings it in a little bit closer, so you're not out so wide. When you get to the field, unfold, and you would drop your plough down, do your ploughing as you normally would. You know how ploughs work. You know. Get to the end of the field, when you're doing your turn, rotate your plough. So when you come back the other way, your leading edge of your plough is ready to do the next furrow at the front. As you're coming back down, you can keep an eye on it by sticking your wheel in the gutter as you go. Like that, you know? You know how these things work. Ploughing and stuff. Lovely job. The Kverneland EG100 by Proxim. Next, we have got this. The Robert. Oh, I say Robert. I'm pretty sure it's French. It's not Robert, is it? That'd be a bit. The Robert. How very French. The F4700 by Paolo 5090R. 8.46 megabytes download, 4 slots, 4.7 meters wide. This is under the mulches section. Now, it will cut grass. And when I say cut grass, it mulches the grass. It won't leave grass behind. So whilst you can use it technically as a mower, it will take your grass down, it will mulch the grass, but it won't leave you grass that you can pick up or to turn to hay or anything like that. So it is a mulcher. So I brought it over to show you a little bit kind of here, but also on the crop that's just been done because it requires mulching. Again, nicely made and detailed. You will find it under the mulchers section, not the mowers section. Just there, 16,800. Options on this, we've got standard or we've got signalling kit. That's it for our choices on that. So, start our engine, unfold. That's because I'm on the wrong one. I was on the front. There we go. Oh, I do this for a living, you know. Did you know that? Right, so turn it on. So I say, on regular grass, it will mulch it right back, but it won't leave grass behind. And then over crops, obviously, residue that's been left behind. Mulchy. 7 miles an hour, off we go. That's kicking up a bit of dust, isn't it? But there you go. The Robert F4700 by Paolo 5090R. Let's fold that up. On the front, we've got this representative of 2. This is the Pöttinger Cat Pack by Agrar Design Austria, 16.09 megabytes download. 5 slots each, 2.7 meter and a 3.1 meter. I went for the 3.1 meter. This has got the option for swathing. If I go, switch back to the front, if I go L1, where are we? So this is toggle work mode. We're at 1.5 meters, and if you look just inside there, look at the wheels just to the back behind the rotors. 1.5 meter, 1.4 meter, 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, and then back to 1.5. So it can windrow if you're doing an individual run, an individual row. We can unfold the mower automatically, but I'm pretty sure we can unfold it manually. There we go. So it's up to you how you want to go about it, but yeah, you can do either. And if we go up to the field up here, which has been planted for mowing, so that was at 1.5, wasn't it? Was that 1.5? Oh, we can double check, can't we? Let's raise that up. So what we'll do, let's raise that up a little bit. Oh, that's picking up speed, isn't it? So let's take that down to 1.1. It just narrows the swath up a little bit. There you go. So that's got some good sound effects on it as well. I like that. There you go. The Pöttinger Cat Pack by Agrar Design Austria. Did I? Hang on. I didn't show it, did I? I'm so sorry. Under mowers. Just there. Options. Swath plate. Multitasked. Standard and multitasked. I think I went with multitasked to get the ones we had. Pretty sure I did. Yeah. And then warning signs, yes or no. Those were our choices. Sorry. I suddenly had this momentary recollection that I hadn't done something. And that's what it was. Right, next. We've got this. This is the Krone Swadro 395 by BGamer003. 5.11 megabytes download. 4 slots, 4 meters wide. We've got some manual operation on this. This is under windrowers. Just there. 9 grand. Options of this, we've got standard design or with a support wheel at the front. That's it. Only 35 horsepower required. It will windrow, but you know, it's got some nice animations and stuff on it. There we go. So that it does itself. Then manually L1 and right stick side to side. We can do that. That goes down. And then R1 and right stick side to side puts the other support down, which protects the rotor and protects, I suppose, technically other people from getting onto the rotor, but it's more probably from you crashing into it and damaging the rotor itself. We lower it down, it comes down to the wheels, turn it on, and then away we go. 4 meters of windrowing goodness. Curious to see if I fold it. No, I still need to do that myself. Okay, I wasn't sure if you still had to do that manually to pack it away or whether it would do it itself, but no, you do have to manually pack it away. There you go. The Krone Swadro 395 by BGamer003, which brings you on to the last mods today, and it is this weapon. There are a lot of options on this. I'm not sure I'm going to go through, but look at it. Oh, this is the Peterbilt 379 Lizard, whatever. This by SleutjesModding, 24.82 megabytes download, 15 slots on the console. Just to put into context, there are 10 exhaust configurations plus. I say that because there's 10 exhausts with extra configurations within that. So yeah, there are 11 visor options. Do you need that many visor options? I don't know. There's a whole load going on, but it's... Oh. Now, what I will say, this is loud, so just be ready for that. especially if you're watching this or listening with headphones or something like that. It is quite loud. Let's go up to our trucks. That's where you find it. 45 grand for the base model, which is amazing, really. That'll get you a 425 horsepower piece of kit. Not bad at all. We can then go from that to a 650 horsepower, that to an 850, then a 1050 horsepower, but that only has 35 grand on. So for 80 grand, you've got a 1050 horsepower bit of kit. Then we go for a 6x4. Now, each of the different options has this. So we've got the Crosstrack HS3, the Off-Road HDO, and then the Crosstrack HS3-2 on all of them. So that's the 6x4. We then go to the 4x2, the stubby version, which has those options. Then we go for the 6x4 long, which has those options. Then we go on to the 8x6, which I went for because I love that, with those options. And then we're back to the 6x4 again. So I'm going to leave it on that because I just like the look of it. We have then got cabins. We've got standard, cab protection. We've got the long roof cabin 1, long roof cabin 2, long roof cabin 3, back to standard. I think I went for that. Pretty sure I did. And then exhaust. So like I say, I'll show you what I mean. So this is exhaust 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Then we're on to 2. Then 2, 1, 2, 2, 3. And then we run through a whole plethora of different options. You'll find something you like, I guarantee it. If we come back, you'll see then we come back to 10, 2. So 10 exhausts with options within that as well. Then visors again, no. We've got 1, 2, 3, and we carry on and we come right back out the other side to 11. Again, you're either going to want a visor or not. If you do want a visor, you'll find one you like in there, I would imagine. No problem at all. We've got horns, yes or no. Interior setup, we've got a black interior, a sort of beige interior, a lovely sort of tan leather. A red interior, I went for wood panel because I was curious to see what it looked like. There's a darker wood panel 2, carbon, back to black again. We've got fenders, so this is on the back. So we've got standard. This runs through about 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to standard, yes. 6 fender options. I think I might have gone for that one. Then we've got lights in the cabin. This is on the top up here. So we've got large lights, smaller lights, or no. Then stickers and vinyls. So we run through, and there's a whole load of these. We've got that one there, that one there. Then we've got flames, 79 in the front there. Then we've got family farming. Again, there's a whole load here. Farm, bull, horses. It says specifications on the door. It says transport, but I couldn't find anywhere it said anything. Not sure about that one. Transport specifications. Then it runs through loads of manufacturers. Case, Challenger, Class, Fent. It goes through puts a Giants logo on there. Horse, John Deere. So if you want a specific manufacturer, you can, including Lizard. Then we come out the other side. Then we've got bumpers, standard. Again, there's 3 or 4 different ones. We've got standard with lights at the bottom. We've got side light and lights at the bottom. Then oversized load with the lights, side lights, lights at the bottom. Then we go to bumper 2, runs through exactly the same options. As you can see. Then we go to big bumper and then back to standard again. So it depends if you want a proper old, clout into anything job. Front grille, actually, let's take that off. Let's go with that so you can see it. So you've got front grille, standard or new. I went for standard. It's entirely up to you. Front hood glass. This puts a little bit of hood glass just above the lip, which is supposed to deflect air over the top of the cab, I think, and prevent things. There's different colours. Red, blue, green. Runs through a whole lot of different colours. Give us a chance to catch up. There we go. So again, you might find a colour or you might not want one on there at all, in which case you can take that off completely. Brand, we got the black brand or the red brand for the Lizard logo in inverted commas, or no logo at all if you want. Front hood detail, you can put a little hood detail. I think I'll put that on there. We'll have a look for that. The material styles, we've got black grille, chrome all over, black grille, chrome, black 2, back to standard. Then we've got glass, plus, back back to standard. For the tint, steering wheel, it says standard or custom. I went for the custom. We'll have a look and see what that does. Lights in the rear view mirror. Now again, I'm not sure. It says little light, round light, all. I'm not sure where that is, but we'll have a look. Then we've got main colour, secondary painting. So if we go and have a look at, for example, secondary painting, that does that section. I think I left it white. Main colour does the main colour. Front wheel fender, as you can imagine, does that. Chassis colour, fuel tank, if you want to mix and match. So if you want to match it up with, you know, however you want to go about it, it's up to you. Chassis colour, visor colour if you've gone for a visor. Fenders, if you've gone for the fenders. If you've gone for the fenders. Oh, that's on the back, sorry. The back fenders on the back. Look at the front one. Look at the front for. Then if you've gone for a sticker, you can change the sticker colour, rim colour, license plate option on there too. Now, be prepared. It is loud. So, there you go. There's our little hood ornament. There's our lizard logo. It does look really, really nice. And even for the 1050 horsepower one, it's not that expensive. We do have fifth wheel adjustment, front and back, so we can move that around depending on what trailer we got on there. Let's hop in. And what I'll say is it does jump ahead quite quickly. There's our lights, depending on the side lights, front lights, running lights. This thing will roll cold. Up to 74 miles an hour as well. It's no slouch. Oh yeah, we have a Jake brake. But the Jake brake can be turned off, so we can turn that off. Then L1 and right stick up and down. What does that do? Oh, that raises and lowers the seat. Look at me just inside. That raises and lowers the seat. Then R1 and right stick up and down moves the fifth wheel in the back. So we've got a fifth wheel adjustment there. We go in cab. So L1, right stick up and down. We can raise and lower our seat. Where was the mirror? What's that about all the lights? Was that around the mirror? Maybe that's what that was talking about. Is that the lights all the way around the mirror? Yeah, oh yeah, look, look. It's the lights on the mirrors. I didn't even notice that. I was thinking like the rear view mirror inside the cab, but there isn't one inside the cab, is there? Oh, it sounds good from inside as well. It's one of those ones you've got the feeling like it'll pull a planet, you know? Oh! Got a bit of bass to it, isn't it? And there you go. Lush. That is the Peterbilt 379 by SleutjesModding. That's it for the mods for Monday the 24th of February. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.